Taurus, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. It is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. I encourage you to check out all of those videos because all of those energies are impacting you, and you'd be surprised how much. For those of you that want an even deeper reading, I continue the message always over on Vimeo. That link is below. Please join me for the extended. I hope that you all can. If you haven't yet, please remember to subscribe to the channel and then ring that bell and select all notifications so you know when I upload your favorite content. Taurus content comes out every single Thursday between 8 and 9 a.m. over on the West Coast USA. East Coast USA, that's like 12:01, and then over in Western Europe, that's about 6 p.m. But I hope wherever you are in the world, and I know wherever you are in the world, these messages are going to reach you when they're supposed to. If you want even more content, yes, I have even more astrology and spiritual content for you on my second YouTube channel. It's called Astrology Motivation, and I'll attach the link above. It's got the weekly forecast, the daily tarot card readings, and pick a card readings over there. And so I hope you enjoy that too, and you'll go over there and subscribe and share those videos as well. And then last but not least, if you want to join me for live chats, I am on Instagram at born_without_boundaries. I invite you to join me over there. I hope you will. You ready, Taurus? Let's go. I'm just going to warn you ahead of time, these readings have been something else. And I don't know where this is going to go, Taurus, but last week's reading was pretty powerful for you too. You're going through it. Or I think you're shaking things up. You're insisting on the best. You're insisting on those standards, and you're putting pressure on other people for those standards to be up to. I just don't think you're taking things laying down anymore. Not that you ever do, but it's almost like you've kind of gotten way more aggressive. 10 of Wands is here, and then the Strength card is here. When I say way more aggressive, I meant it. Holy crap. You are just taking on a lot of responsibility, and you're taking on a lot of work, and you don't care. You're like, give me more, give me more. You're like Dwayne Johnson, who is a Taurus. You're like, put another fucking 50 pounds on the goddamn whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you can bench press 350, this is the week where you're going to be like, I'll bench press 400. You are taking on a lot. And what I say, it's almost like super turbo Taurus. That sense of, but I'm raising my standards because I want to encourage and inspire everybody else around me to raise their standards. I'm not going to settle for less. Something has driven you, and I'd like to know what it is. Scorpio, maybe you lost somebody. Maybe something ended that you can't get over. Maybe it's just that Scorpio is your direct oppositional energy, and it's where the sun is, and it's where Mars is, and there's so much energy radiating from here now, and you're just super hyped to balance that out. Taurus. Wow. Once again, this is an ending of something, maybe the completion of something, the finish of something, or just being done with something. But I really think it's more just scorpionic energy really impacting you and pushing you, and maybe irritating you in some ways, because it could be that you're just really sick and tired. Maybe you're dealing with a Scorpio, right? But ultimately, it's like you're sick and tired of crud. You're sick and tired of low lives. You're sick and tired of dirt and nastiness. It is. It's almost like you become not like even snobby. It's just a sense of, I want to clean this up. I don't want the hurt and the suffering. I want solutions. I want answers, and I want to rally things to start getting things done. This is huge motivational shit, and you're all about it right now, Taurus. So this is tremendous energy. There could have been a breakup. We have the Lovers here. The Lovers is Gemini energy. There's a sense of maybe there was just a breakup. You went through a breakup, or something wasn't meant to be. You disconnected. May not have been a relationship. It could have been a relationship with a boss, or a partnership, or something with business. It could have definitely been that, but this is showing up in your reading. So you could also be dealing with a Gemini. Remember, originally Scorpio showed up in reverse too. I just don't feel it so much reverse as it is oppositional. This sense of being opposed by somebody is motivating you and pushing you. Now, somebody could be having words with you, could be talking shit about you. You could be having words with them. You don't like what was said, or you don't like a thought process, or you've acknowledged there's some miscommunication, but ultimately something has separated. There's a parting here. A relationship wasn't meant to be. Something wasn't meant to be. I can confirm that right now by the placement of the cards. The relationship was just not meant to be. So don't really take it upon yourself as in, I did something wrong, right? But ultimately, it was meant to force you to realize different strengths in yourself that maybe you never would have realized. And then we have the Knave of Wands here. So this is passion, and you're letting your passions and you're letting your creativity drive you forward. And it's inspiring creativity. It's inspiring passion. It's also inspiring a sense of self that you may not have had before, where you're just like, I'm gonna chase my passions. I'm gonna be who I am. Like the Knight of, this is the Knave of Wands, but the Knave of Wands is just all gung-ho about starting something. But this is something that's new to you, that you don't necessarily have a lot of information of how to do. It could be something that you've just started out, something that you're just starting to get into. There's a naivete here. There's a lot of energy. I know my back is just, sorry. There's a lot of energy that you're putting into it. There's a lot of interest, but isn't necessarily direction. Okay. We have the Ten of Pentacles. So this is money. Maybe finances are good, or money has a chance to come in, or just a sense of moving somewhere, moving to a city, finding where you want to be in life, finding where you want to settle down. You could be buying a new home. This has something to do with where you want to actually establish yourself, with whom you want to establish yourself, or within what industry you want to establish yourself. But this is definitely becoming established and wanting to sort of invest the time to build something secure. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. You will be acknowledged for being extremely good at this. In fact, there's already some eyes on you appreciating what you do, valuing what you do, supporting what you do. This is an acknowledgement, and finances are going to come in, but they are directly related to this new passion. This new passion that's coming in. Okay, so let's go into these cards. Taurus. So you know what you got to do, Taurus. And it could be scary. It could be scary. But what the fuck? What's life without fear? That's what Scorpio energy is here for. Maybe it's like face your fears. Learn what you're capable of, and you only learn what you're capable of when you have to face something that you're really afraid of. And I think that's what it's been. It's like you've wrestled these demons, right? You've wrestled them, baby. You didn't know how strong you were until you had to. And now it's like, I can pick up the Hulk. I can pick up anything. You've learned your strength by having it tested. So what else came in? Here and now, which means that this is a timestamp, guys. This is all currently going on. It's also where your focus needs to be, not too far in the future and not too in the past. This is really good earth energy, actually, because earth signs are very good thinking here and now, to make things solid, to be in the present moment. It thinks a little bit into the future. Absolutely, maybe planning into the future, but ultimately this is where you start. This is where things take root. This is where you set down your cornerstone here and now. Also a sense of reminding you, pay attention, be present. The past, the future, fuck it. That's not where you belong. This is your time. I guess that's what I'm saying is your moment is now. Your moment is now. Okay. Now, we also have thinker, which means you have been thinking about things. You have been going over things, churning them in your head, trying to figure things out. Like I said, this is not a normal moment for you. This is something that you've been thinking about and giving a lot of attention to. Maybe things haven't made sense. You've been making sense of them. It's also deep thought, caring about things outside of, let me not go on. This is just thinking about things, pondering. Something's been on your mind is what I want to say. And then truth be told. Damn. A confrontation. Or letting something out, letting something off your chest. And I think that you've been thinking about this for a while, and maybe you've been silent, and maybe you've been silent for one reason. Because when you decided to speak, you wanted to speak with authority and certainty. And you've been planning this. You've been planning your response. That's what you've been planning. And ultimately, something has to come out. Something has to come out. And so maybe something is going to come out. Maybe there's an announcement that you're going to make or something. I don't know. Let's keep going. Let's keep figuring this out, Taurus. But there's some sort of announcement here. Dance with life. Once again, this is in reverse. Do something to change your energy. Something has stopped. Something has ended. Or you've kind of broken up or separated. You're refusing that connection kind of energy. It's like, no, I'm not going to get out on the dance floor with you because I don't know. I'm not playing that shit anymore. That kind of energy. Taurus. In other words, you're not taking this lightly. Align your life. What's not aligned or needs to, because something is out of whack. Something is out of sorts. And this is what you're confronting. There's some sort of fracture in either yourself or your life. And I don't think it's yourself. I think it's your life, and that's what's fucking with you right now. There's something that's really bothering you, Taurus. You have got to address this. Why? Because it matters. It matters maybe even to more than just you. It matters in general, and I think you can understand why it matters. It might matter to more than just you. Something has kind of like shattered a part of you. And you've been probably overworking yourself to avoid it and trying to put your attention on other things. But recently, and it's probably because of all the retrogrades, to be honest with you. Recently, all of this has been coming up. You've just been thinking about it more and more and more. And you know what happens, Taurus, with things that we don't deal with? They ruminate and they get worse. And they just splinter even more. So ultimately, there's something that you need to face right now. It's also a sense of hurt and suffering. I feel it. I can feel it permeating me. So there is a sense of suffering that you're going through. And it could have been with a recent loss because the Scorpio card was in reverse. So somebody could have passed away, or you could have lost a job or lost a relationship. This is Gemini energy. You could have lost a relationship that really made you suffer. And ultimately, there's just this sense of whatever this suffering is, it's got to be confronted. It's definitely got to be confronted because there's a sadness here. There's a deep sadness. Other things, however, it does seem to be fueling a purpose and a stronger sense of self. And ultimately, that sense of self is what all of this is happening for. It's to fuel that fire in your belly and make you really fucking not explode, but like pop. That's all I see. Let's get to the moon card so we can understand these emotions a little bit better. Taurus. What is Taurus experiencing? Have faith in your dreams. Taurus, it's here right now. Very blatant. This is what you've got to do. And maybe this has been building in you for a while. And honestly, I don't know why you wouldn't decide to take the chance on yourself. You need to. That's what I'm saying. There's so many parts of your life that I think you have maybe missed because of your sense of obligation and duty. You kind of missed and maybe like feel ripped apart and fractured But ultimately, this is your chance to put yourself back together again, like Humpty Dumpty, a sense of really finding who you are again. And that means have faith in your ideals. Have faith in your ideals. So whatever those ideals are, like there's pressure on you, I think, to like make you lessen those ideals or see things in a different way, and it's confusing you. Stop letting it confuse you. Go back to what you know is right. And express that and stand by that. And stop trying to see things from other people's perspectives, because right now it's just a way to fucking unhinge you. And then we have work through your fears. This is in the past, new moon in Scorpio. So maybe you've been dealing with these fears for a while, or been preparing for them. It's kind of been sitting there ruminating like Scorpio energy does. For a while you knew this was going to happen. Something was growing, and now it's popped. And the confrontation must happen, and it should happen. And honestly, I don't dance with life. You've given up on something. You have. I'm not depressed about it, though. This is a strong, I've given up on something. This is you not fucking around. I'm not playing around. That's kind of what you're saying. I'm not playing around. I don't know who's trying to mess around, but I'm not playing around. This is not a joke. The waiting game has come out. What have you waited for? What are you waiting for? Or, yeah, what are you waiting for? Don't sit around and wait for things to get worse or for something to end. Don't. This is like get up and get back into life and do. Take action now. You are needed now. Taurus. 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 Moving on. You can't get over this. You can't get over this. There's something you can't get over. And maybe there's something you won't get over. And maybe there's something you shouldn't get over. Right? You're trying really hard to move on. But ultimately, in other words, this is what's getting in the way. In order to move on, you're not going to be able to move on, Taurus, until you stood up for yourself. That's a guarantee. You have to stick up for yourself. Whatever is keeping you stagnated or on idle, you're on idle like a car. You know, the car's idling. You're on idle because it's stuck. Like you didn't confront something, and you have to confront it. I don't know what this is, but it definitely has to do with a really horrible loss in your life. Like I said, could have been from a relationship. You haven't fully confronted this, or somebody has been making you feel attacked, fractured, like you've had to compromise too much for somebody else's sake, and you're just fucking done kind of energy. Taurus, be fucking done. What are you waiting for? Confront this bitch. Confront this situation. Don't wait on this. Taurus, I'm sorry about the yawning. I apologize. I am royalty. Better get back that self-esteem. Better get back that sense of who the fuck I am. I walk into this goddamn bitch room with a crown. There's something here about somebody is diminishing you. Somebody is requiring almost a sense of trying to guilt you into being really nice to me. Be really nice to me. They need to stop forgetting that you are fucking special. And you've got to stop letting them forget that you are fucking special. Taurus, you need to shine your crown and get back up onto your throne and let people know who the fuck is the ruler here. I'm just saying. Somebody has dragged you down too much. And then we have, I feel alone. Maybe this is the fear. This is the fear of being alone, of being isolated, of being left. And you know what, Taurus? It's just a matter of time. All of us have to, eventually, at one point, we all got to die alone anyway. So you got to be true to yourself. And I think that that's what this is reminding you of. If you lose the one person that you can always count on, which is you, you've lost everything. But until that point, and that's what you're losing now, you're losing yourself. So you have to confront whoever is pulling you too thin, and you gotta make that bitch bend the knee. That's what you've got to do. Because baby girl, you are royalty, and you don't have to take this shit from anybody. You're letting yourself be pulled too thin when you should be caring for yourself. You know, when you should be feeling your hurt and allowing yourself to suffer, you are letting yourself be pulled too thin for somebody else's good, and fuck them because they're not thinking of you. I said it, yes I did. I'm going to go to the extended. I hope you can join me. Yeah, I really hope you can join me. That link is below. For those of you who are watching this video, I want to say thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like the video and then share it on your social media platforms to help the channel grow. Whether you follow me to the Vimeo extended or we're saying goodbye to next week, either way, I love you guys and I'll see you soon.